Hello and welcome back to Content Supply, the show here. We're going to talk about story selling and how to use your personal story to make more money in your business. So in this world of digital marketing, internet marketing, story is thrown around a lot. The word story, it's become a buzzword. It's synonymous with just saying something online and having it work out in your marketing efforts. But in all reality, a story is not that simple. A great story is something that has substance, something that has an emotional impact and connection with the viewers and people who you're communicating to. Far too often we think that stories are just a retelling of events. Like we read a history book and as it lists the dates, we're like, oh, we're reading this incredible story. But we're really not. We're just reading a list of events, a list of facts, really, of numbers. And those are not super sexy in the world of marketing. Maybe they convince a few people, but as far as like a deep, long-term connection, facts are not going to sell, stories are going to sell. But in order to sell with our stories, it really comes down to having a deep understanding of our personal stories, because our personal stories are what started the business. Somewhere in our lives, sometime in our lives, we have had experiences that have impacted and guided us to the point we are today. Whether it's a bunch of just mini events and experiences, or it's just one overarching story, our stories relate directly to what we're offering, what we're selling. And whether we really admit it or not, we put our heart and soul into what we are delivering online. We're in a world of entrepreneurs where we're not relying on venture capitalists, we're not relying on other funding beyond bootstrapping our own business and selling an incredible offer to change people's lives in small and big ways. And so that can be in the form of on stage or online, but we have an incredible opportunity to use our personal stories to sell at a massive, massive scale. So the big question is, what has happened in our lives? What has occurred that has led us to be right here in the moment we are in, watching this video or building our business? There are these events and we need to know what these events are, embrace them, deeply understand them, and figure out how to place them in our customer's journey so that they can then understand what our product or service is and sell to them in a more emotional, natural, and effective way. And on this process of understanding what our stories, our personal stories are, and how it feeds into our business, we got to understand what makes these stories, what makes us unique, what makes us complex. What is our big goal? What are we seeking to accomplish? You know, we have a lot of little goals, like a lot of revenue goals, just a lot of things we're seeking to do, to reach. But if we can whittle all these things down to one goal, what is that for our business? What is that in our lives? What is that in our storytelling that we're doing for our customers? So let me tell you a little story about me. I was about 16 and I was coming home from some event, and in Seattle, Washington, it tends to rain quite a lot, and so it's just downpouring rain. I show up at my home, and I was, at this point, the only child at home. My older siblings had already left college, all those things, and I show up, and my parents are gone. No one's home. It's pouring down rain, and I don't have a car because I get dropped off thinking that someone was home, and I just simply wanted to get inside. I wanted to get out of the rain, but the door was locked, and I had no cell phone. It was raining. There was no security code or no key. The key that was usually hidden in that certain spot, you know, I know we all have it, was missing. I was gone. So literally, I felt like there was no way to get inside the home. I simply I didn't want to be wet anymore. I wanted to get inside. And so I was finding every single way possible to get inside the home. I was able to climb up on the roof. You can believe it. I climbed up alongside the roof, got on the roof, went to this window. I was about to get to the window, and I slipped. It was cedar roofing, and I slipped, hit the side of the roof, and then I fell off the roof. It was like 10 feet, landed on my back, and I was just like in incredible pain. It hurt so bad. I literally just slipped and fell off the roof in the rain. It's kind of like that quote, If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it really make a noise? That's what I felt like falling off the roof. I made this loud noise. I was like, I was in pain, but no one was around. No one could hear me. And then no one could hear me laughing and making a fool of myself, soaked, head to toe in Seattle rain. And I was alone. I was going about trying to get into my house all alone, no technology, no way of getting in. So as I sat there in the rain, thinking of all the possible solutions I could take to accomplish my goal, I realized that no matter all the many ways I tried to accomplish my goal, from slipping and falling to seeking for help from friends and neighbors and people I knew, what it really came down to is I ultimately just had to wait. I had to sit there and wait in the rain until the right opportunity came along, and that was with my parents getting home several hours later to a soaking wet teenager who was smiling because it was just such a crazy experience. And I feel like this story, this personal story, although like it was painful, it was funny, it was random, it was crazy, it was wet, it relates to business. Think about all the times that we have a goal in our business. We set a goal, we have something we want to accomplish, we want to sell this incredible offer, but we're trying all these different ways to sell this offer, but it's failing left and right. There's no way to get into that house. There's no way to get that offer sold and to make money. And sometimes we have to realize there are ways to do that. Sometimes we have to wait. Sometimes we have to look for other opportunities, but there isn't always a way to accomplish these goals. And that's where story selling and the experience of story therapy is so important in our businesses, because the ability to be able to sell using stories creates a emotional connection to our audience. It gets people who want to cheer along with us, but also helps us realize, like, wait a minute, we're not necessarily the heroes in these stories we're sharing. We share these stories to help communicate that our customers are the heroes. They're the ones who should be placed in the shoes of Frodo Baggins trying to destroy the ring in Mount Doom. They need to be the hero of the story. So with making more money online, using story selling, and using the process of story therapy, what does that look like exactly? Well, I've created a course that communicates just that helps you do just that. It helps you understand what your personal story is, how it relates to your business, and how you can sell using your personal story on a repeated basis, just ongoing. You can keep on selling using your personal story, because that is what's going to create the biggest emotional connection to your customers, where they will buy based on understanding that. To learn more about story therapy, the course, and how you can become a story seller to make more money in your business, visit the link below to learn more and to sign up for the course. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.